All right. Oh boy, not yet. Not yet. That's not supposed to be there. What's up, everyone? My name is AJ Writes Crypto. Whoa, the sign's not on. What am I doing? Okay, I feel better now. I feel like I can actually do the show. What's up? My name is AJ Writes Crypto. Thanks so much for being here. And if you're joining me from BitBoy Crypto's live stream, welcome. My show is now I'm going to go ahead and say about the next month is going after BitBoy's show. Okay, it is kind of hard because it's kind of going to be like throwing darts on an exact time because sometimes he rents, sometimes he has to run, sometimes you know what I mean. But basically, long story short, my show is after Ben, and that kind of gives me more time to prepare to make the show better for you guys. And because I'm traveling to the West Coast, I'll be on Orcas Island after Bitcoin Nashville. It's where Jay and I met. I have my mom and my sisters live there, stuff like that. So like some family stuff for sure, but I'll still be doing content like always, just remote, which is one beautiful thing about this job. I can do it from absolutely anywhere. Um, yeah, so I will be, and it would be unreasonable to wake up at 6 o'clock every morning to do a show at 7:30 to make. And no, I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna go after it, and that's where we are. So, man, I do appreciate each and every one of you. The audio is not. My levels are the same as they are almost every day. Here, I'm just trying to change my channel here. Limiter up a little bit. Turn the bass down a little bit even. Maybe that. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna give it a little switch up. Hope let me know audio is off. No, um, here, let me change channels. Check, check, check. 1, 2. Hey, hey. A little cut down. Trying to do this up a little bit. Check, check. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if that's trying to. Sorry if this never happens on the show. Normally the audio is just fine. But today, of course, the first day I go after Ben, yeah, that audio issues. All right, I'm gonna go with that. Hopefully, it sounds good. Okay, I ran it on a different channel. Nothing but a thing. All right, so where was I? All right, so I'm going back to my other channel. Check, 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 check. I'm going with that. That sounds pretty normal in my headphones. So I'm gonna go off right here. All right, so here we are. One day at a time, everybody. One day at a time. So shout out to everybody in the chat. If you're coming over from Ben's show, thank you for being here. So let's jump into it. Very big news today coming out of the Ethereum camp. The spot Ethereum ETF went live today. Wow. I mean, we talked about. I remember when I first did my original Ethereum price prediction back at the other building. Like like a rumor at the time, like maybe Ethereum. Wouldn't that be crazy if Ethereum got a spot ETF? I remember it was the one after the XRP video, which I think put over 100,000 views on the board. That was a great price prediction video. And after that one, and we were saying, "Damn, wouldn't it be crazy if Ethereum got a spot ETF?" And here we are. Here we are. This is pretty monumental that a spot Ethereum ETF is live, and it's not really, you know, the crazy part to this is that the charts have kind of reacted pretty awkwardly. To be honest with you, I mean we have seen. I would say this story is completely connected to this when the Uniswap sees an abnormal surge to the tune of about 1,300% in whale activity. What's going on is that a Ethereum spot ETF went live, and people are getting their ducks in a row. It is that simple to me. Hold on, I got a handful of other stories from. Okay, here we go. And this is really the big one from the Ethereum camp. Ethereum in the past 2 weeks, that's what a fortnight is. It's not just a video game, it's actually 2 weeks in time. Um, Ethereum's up 25% in the past 2 weeks, and BlackRock backs the Ethereum ETF. Let me say that one more time, everybody, just so you heard me right. BlackRock backs Ethereum ETF. Holy, uh, that is absolutely insane. Like, I think that even if there's short term down action from like a lot of times what happens, and we've seen this before, is that in the anticipation of something, when everyone knows something is coming, what they'll do is they'll pump, pump, pump in the anticipation, and then they'll do what? They'll sell the news. They'll sell the news. That's a very common thing that happens. But now we have to think of the implications here because the accessibility to Ethereum Sorry, I don't. My screen just went black there. I don't know what happened. I did change my channel over again. Let me know how that the voice sounds. I did kind of change the settings a little bit so it's not as staticky. Maybe this okay. Am I back? I don't know. I switched to different Wi-Fi. Give me a thumbs up if I'm back. I'm really frustrated, of course, but I did fix my audio. It sounds a lot better. And just give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Um, this is super embarrassing. Yes, okay. I think we're alive now. Okay, sorry about. Okay, dude, I'm okay. Back and better. Thank God. Man, I don't know what happened there. I've never had internet issues from being in this building, like ever, ever, ever. And today, the one day I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go after Ben and try to get some of that audience to come here that hasn't seen, that doesn't know who I am. Classic, absolute classic. Well, Lee F made 30% on trades last night. I do appreciate you. It says I'm frozen again. Well, I'm just gonna. Okay, sounds good now. All right. Well, I'm just gonna go. Um, so BlackRock, Ethereum, amazing news. Love to see it. Um, I mean, you really couldn't ask for a better backer. I mean, come on, guys. Like, I mean, so what I'm really trying to say is don't really the short term price action with Ethereum. All right. And the reason with that is like, okay, so like they were saying, so really we had a double bottom here. All right. And, 25% in 2 weeks, like they mentioned in that article. But, now Ethereum is kind of in this position where now that it has climbed up this hill, it has been putting in slightly higher lows, which is good, and has been putting in slightly higher highs. So it's kind of like little kind of weird little uptrend like this. And how big is this range? Like just for the sake of argument, I mean, so Ethereum has been in a 6% range in the past 7 days. All right, that is also something you want to pay attention to. Also, look at see the curvature of the money flow here, kind of coming down into the red, a little bit of bearish divergence playing out on market cipher B. And and what do we have to pay attention to here? What we have to pay attention to is that kind of the nature of this piece here that most of the time, except for this little spike, Ethereum has ran down and ran up. And that has a lot to do, with the liquidity. I'm sure if we looked at like a heat map or something like that, you would see like where the volume is. And even if you look back here, back in April, Ethereum also, before we had this breakout here that we did catch in the group, Ethereum, you know, it came right back down to this spot. All right. So I would say Ethereum losing 28.3 would be extremely bad. extremely bad. But this was kind of a dead giveaway because it bounced off the same level before. But what now? All right, what now? What now is let me fix this. Ethereum is in this, kind of little baby uptrend. We hope it continues. On a lot of other charts, like I've noticed, you could kind of make an argument here. You could kind of make an argument for an inverse head and shoulders here. There's a lot of these popping up. A lot of these popping up. I would, kind of consider this the neckline. And then if we pull this down, and if you watched the video yesterday, I've been doing a new segment on this channel called 4 charts in 4 minutes. We're yet to have a video that's actually 4 minutes. I will talk about this for a second, but man, that show I have a lot. It hasn't really delivered in terms of views yet, but I'm kind of focusing on the content aspect of it because calls I've been making on that segment are been spot on. And what I like about that is that I can do quick content every day and have extra videos outside of just my live stream for you guys to stay informed on kind of the basics of TA because everything on that show 4 charts in 4 minutes on the 4 hour time frame. And if you want to go into the details, you can join the members only chat, members only live streams. I don't think I'm going to be able to do one this week, unfortunately, because of my travel schedule, or join the Telegram group. But to get back to the Ethereum chart here, very similar to other charts given yesterday, is an inverse head and shoulders. And from the neckline, not the current price, that would be a 19% move from the neckline, taking Ethereum to 40, a little bit over 4,200. Okay. Um, Possible, very possible. It has been putting high, but I really don't like the curvature, and I don't know where my where are my EMAs? There's my EMAs. Okay, come on back here. Let's get rid of some of this here. So I do want to kind of zoom out on Ethereum and kind of get like a different look, maybe like a 4 hour chart, because the curvature of the money with bearish divergence paired, not the best look. You got a 15 -5 on dual band strength index. I do think we are going to see maybe a little bit of a sell the news situation. Ethereum did have a bull cross, so it could come down, test the 200 EMA and continue. The 200 EMA is at 33.50. So if you see Ethereum significantly below 33.50, that would be a break of structure because right now it's testing the 50 EMA and is continuing. So what I would do if you kind of want to ignore this little uptrend and kind of just draw a line in the sand, like right around here from that last low. I'll make this line white for you guys. White line right here. I think that would kind of be my line in the sand at 33.60 for short-term scalping. If we lose this level, because of how fast Ethereum has moved down and has moved up, we can expect another move if we break this level, which has been the case, from right here and right here. And even the time it didn't even come all the way down to right here, that was still worth 3.5% on a scalp. So losing this level at 3368 is the exact level. Losing that level equals Ethereum short. So keep that in mind moving forward. But obviously, long term, BlackRock backing Ethereum, spot ETF, accessibility, Ethereum is going to be a play. And I do need to correct my previous price prediction on Ethereum because it's very simple. Because there are factors in play now that weren't in play at the time I did my Ethereum price prediction, and I have been doing some sort of live price predictions on the channel. A couple of things we have to consider, of course, with Ethereum is no other than this. This website right here is called ultrasound.money. All right, and essentially, it shows the Ethereum supply. Basically, you can go before if it was like proof of work. All right, like Ethereum proof of work. This would have been the supply, and with proof of stake, this is the supply. So we're talking 0.5% yearly on a 7 days. So let's change the time frame. 30-day, 1 year, 312 days. We're talking, oh man, the supply for Ethereum would be a lot bigger if we were still proof of work. Is the ultimate point. This website is called ultrasound.money. If you want to check it out for yourself, very interesting little tool here. Since we've only been 312 days since the merge. All right, it has not been a full year. The supply has changed 7 million. All right, but actually, so that the supply would have changed by 7 million in proof of work. You click this, the supply has actually gone down almost 300,000 in the past 312 days. All right, and that is actually really, really important. You can kind of see the burn, the supply growth issue and stuff like that. So the flippening, all right, this is an interesting conversation. We've always talked about the flippening. And will it happen? I think it's possible, especially with ETF, just like Bitcoin, BlackRock backing. Ethereum have a little bit more utility executing smart contracts, the dApps on the network. It has layer twos. It's just like kind of more advanced than Bitcoin, and that really has been the point, right, of altcoins. Is that I literally had a beginner type conversation with my mom just the other day. She asked me all. She listens to my shows. Hi, mom, and she asked me all kinds of questions. She asked me really good questions. So she's like, I don't understand, like, why are there so many coins? And I'm like, well, some of them it's just a money grab, obviously. Like meme coins, it's just attention equals money. Money goes where attention flows. Very simple. But some things are actually trying to outperform other things. So Bitcoin was created, in the 2008 financial crisis. We all know the story. But then, Vitalik worked for Bitcoin Magazine, and he got together with Charles Hoskinson and Gavin Wood, who eventually went on to create Cardano and Polkadot, and they created Ethereum. And it was to outperform Bitcoin, and because it's really about solving the blockchain trilemma. All right, so basically, there's a triangle. You can't have all three. Is basically you're on it like it's speed, security, and scalability. So Bitcoin, obviously is secure, but it wasn't when they created it. They didn't realize everyone in the world would want to use it, and that's why the time of finality for Bitcoin is like 30 minutes to 60 minutes. It takes a long time for the block time to complete the finality. So that's why Bitcoin is more of a store of value and isn't used like for utility type, kind of like Ethereum is like with smart contracts and dApps and stuff like that. So, and then now all the other altcoins are just trying to outperform that. So, like when they say a third generation blockchain, what they mean by that is, Bitcoin's first generation, Ethereum's second generation, everything after that is a third generation blockchain. So, I think the flipping will happen eventually, simply based off of the fact that Ethereum is way more useful than Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will always hold its value. I think we'll always have first mover advantage. But I do feel that what we actually do with these things will come into play over time. And I really think Ethereum is going to have its day in the sun one day in time. All right. So I am going to get into that at some point in the show. I do want to run through a couple other quick stories here. Let me X out these other tabs as I fear they may be some of the main my existence right here, right now. Um, man. Just quick normal news kind of things. Well, really, all news is relevant because this election is, in terms of the implications with crypto, it's all relevant. And I don't know if you guys saw the interview. I forget who it was, but it was like a congressman or something reamed this woman, and she did resign following the attempt. Basically, she was more worried about hiring females than having good security. Definitely watched the interview of her just getting completely destroyed publicly by, I think it was a congressman or something. I forget his name, but it does make sense that she absolutely has to step down, and hopefully someone actually takes her place. In other political news, Mark Cuban says Kamala Harris appears far more open to crypto than Biden. We still have not seen exactly who is the Dem nominee yet. It hasn't been like officially announced. And of course, they're going to, now that Biden's gone, they're going to say, okay, what is every topic? What is every niche demographic that we messed up with Joe? What can we correct to get Kamala? All right. And if that, my sound went out again. Damn, that's impossible. I'm watching the levels on my soundboard. I'm watching the levels. Um, uh, I don't know what to do. I'm running the same settings I use every single day, and I really think it's just I want to say that it's probably the internet, because the internet was totally messing up on me. So I'm just going to go with what I have today, and I apologize. So hopefully, it's a bummer that that's happening. Um, I'm sorry to hear that, crypto independent. All right. Well, and I don't know what happened with my computer. It must be the internet, 'cause my sound is good every day, and this is today it just decided to not work. So I do believe it's the Wi-Fi connection from it's from the internet. All right, so I'm just gonna continue with the show. I have to do my show, so I'm sorry. But obviously the Dems are gonna try to correct the ship in what Biden lacked. So I feel that Kamala, if comes out pro crypto, that wouldn't surprise me, and I think that that would be good to pit them against each other, and that'd be great. that would be great for crypto if both sides are pro crypto. That would be a great shift because at least then there would be some stability. Also, breaking spotted Ethereum ETF trading volume breaches 111 million within first 15 minutes of launch. All right. Now, this is kind of where I think that there was some buildup, that 2 week pump leading into the Ethereum ETF. There certainly was a buildup. There could be a quick sell off, but I think over time, because of the accessibility that people now have, being, having a spot ETF just opens the Pandora's box of what is actually possible. So, not going to beat that topic up for too long. Um, I'm just gonna kind of run through some headlines here. I get to the charts. English Football Club buys 4.5 million in Bitcoin for Premier League promotion strategy. Love to see it. Not really going to get into the details. Just ran through some headlines. I went through that one. Grayscale moves 1 billion in Ethereum to Coinbase. What? What? I mean, so while some believe Grayscale is preparing to sell off to reinvest other cryptocurrencies like Solana, the transfer aligns with the upcoming launch of the ETF. So maybe there is speculation about the intentions here. Certainly, like I said, some of it is still the news situation. So, and guys, I know the sound is up. It's the Wi-Fi. I run the same settings here every day, and I've never had Wi-Fi issues here. I'm just going to continue with the show, and if you want to rock with me, I appreciate it. If you can't stand it, I'm very sorry, and please come back another day. I'm very bummed about it. I just want to do my best every day, and sometimes the technology just doesn't want to work with me. I can't control that, so I'm just as bummed as you are. Actually, probably more bummed than you are. So, all right, so gotta keep the ball rolling. We got that story yesterday, but I just like reading the headline. Biden texted Chris Kelly and for SEC Gary Gensler. Oh, I hope that's true. I hope that's true. Guys, am going to Bitcoin Nashville. Could not be more excited to go to Bitcoin Nashville. Trump is speaking. Rumors that Elon Musk is speaking. Of course, on the screen there from left to right, Michael Saylor, Kathy Wood, Russell Brand, Edward Snowden, going to be an amazing time. I got tickets to the Karate Combat fight on Thursday, which is going to be great. Jada and I are driving tomorrow with like a 4-hour trip. No sense in getting on an airplane. And well, the router's on the other side. So, yep. Sorry, guys. Just smash the like button on the way out if you're leaving. I'm sorry, but yeah, there's nothing I can do. I've done absolutely everything. I'll try to move the limiter around a little bit so it sounds less robotic, but I have to continue the show, and I don't really have a choice. So hopefully that sounds better. I did make it. It's not the mic. It's definitely the Wi-Fi because yeah, the mic's plugged all the way in. Yeah, the mic's plugged all the way in. Everything's normal. Everything is the same day. Hopefully it got fixed. Okay, cool. Yeah, Bitcoin Nashville. If you want to get tickets, link down below in the description. Super, super excited to go to Bitcoin Nashville. Going to be an absolute great time. Got some plans for content down there. If you see me there, if you're going, say hello, come say hi. I'm super easy to go along with absolutely anybody. Love to see it. Gonna switch to this story really fast here. Algorand trends sideways after hitting a 30-day high. Algorand is um, consolidating between 14 and 16 cents after hitting a 30-day high of 15. That's a bummer. That 15 cents is a 30-day high. Key indicators like the Arun upline and the RSI in a downtrend suggesting weakening bullish momentum. Uh, I will take a quick look at Algorand TA. I know people have been wanting to see it. I did do on some of the members only stuff, but not everybody sees that. If you want to become a member of the channel, be sure to join. Click join. It's only $3 a month. I do an extra live stream every week that's kind of aimed at my Telegram trading group, and all the positions and the setups we do in there. Happens a lot is some people don't join the Telegram, but then they become a member, and then once they become a member, they join the Telegram because they see all the positions they could have got beforehand. So Algorand, instead of and also this Arun upline, we could talk about that a little bit as well. So let's go. Where's my Algorand right here? Let's do a little bit of our own Algorand TA. How about that? This right here at the very bottom is the Arun upline. And basically, it just shows the strength of an uptrend or a downtrend. So when it's going up, it's kind of just like an RSI. It's kind of hard to differentiate. But yeah, it shows the strength of an uptrend or the strength of a downtrend. Not really my favorite indicator. I read it on there. I was like, what the hell is that? If there's an indicator I haven't heard of, there's something wrong because I know every indicator there is in crypto. And So this one, I get it. I just wanted to show it to you. It's not really much to me. Market Cipher does it better. So looking at the Algorand daily chart, first thing I want to look at total band strength index 60 -5, where any number above a 14 is a strong degree of certainty. So it looks like Algorand is going to continue going down at least for a little bit. Unfortunately, there is hope for long term though. I, I feel that Algorand is getting their ducks in a row. They're really have changed their marketing strategy very well. I cannot wait to interview Algorand's new CMO, Mark Vandenberger, in Rare Evo in Las Vegas. If you want to get tickets to Rare Evo, August 15th through the 17th, click the link down below in the description. Going to be a great time. Where's my volume? There we go. But what I do like about Algorand is that the point of control of the volume profile is, 30% above the current price action. So there is volume up here. It's not like there's not volume. And also, when you zoom out, you also got to appreciate the nature of the beast here, that it is still in a macro up. All right. So it's not like, of course, it's going to jump around like crazy, like all things do. And like the overall structure is bearish when you consider, it's basically been going down this hill since, March, which was local high for most altcoins this year. But all in all, Algorand is still respecting this overall uptrend. And I feel like if you draw this line and set an alarm on it, if that alarm goes off, yes, we can worry. But right now, I'm still not worried because it can around. I feel like a lot of altcoins are bleeding right now. That's not really news that altcoins are bleeding. It did come very close to getting a bull cross on the 6 hour and since has got rejected. We also have seen these levels down here, 1271, 1167, even 1342. Some support resistance levels down in this area to pay attention to. But right now, I would like to see Algorand respect this one, which is basically where it is right here, because this was the ceiling right here before. If it could turn around and bounce off that, that would be really good to see. It would be a sign of strength. And really, Algorand, guys, like I've said before, 16 cents has always been, look how many times I've had it circled here. 16 cents is the level for Algorand. And look where it got rejected, not once, but twice, right here at 16 cents. So I feel that once Algorand will turn around and break 16 cents, that is when Algorand will run. So if you want to set the alarm on that overall uptrend, feel free. But the big alarm to set, the bullish alarm to set for Algorand, as always, is at 16 cents. And also, if you want to even kind of look at kind of the nature of this little uptrend here, or even kind of draw it this way, this uptrend here, it is still respecting both of these uptrends as well. So, I mean, you could draw it from this one down here or from the side over there and kind of cut the fat out of that. So, there are still bullish ideas here. I would like to see it hold 14 cents. Algorand goes below 14 cents, I'm going to be a little bit upset, but I think it can hold. It can hold for now. I mean, it's not the end of the world. The patient will prevail. That is certainly the case. Couple other things. Some people wanted to talk about Bitcoin. Okay, I do want to talk about Bitcoin very briefly. In 4 charts, 4 minutes. This has been a very familiar chart in that segment. And guys, make sure you go check out those videos, 4 charts in 4 minutes. That's a brand new segment. There hasn't been a short video that's 4 minutes yet, but I will get there because yesterday's video I went into the first 4 charts that we looked at, and then I did 4 new charts. And those first 4 charts, guys, absolutely nailed it. You really should be watching those videos if you're trying to follow along and nail some trades because we have been winning a lot, even from those and of course over at the Telegram group. So right here, Bitcoin 4 hour chart. Bitcoin unfortunately has, oh, not the arrow, I went to brush, has lost 16,515 and has broken down out of this, kind of uptrend right here. So I am obviously kind of looking down the hill, unfortunately, at the moment for Bitcoin, hoping that it holds 64,350. When Bitcoin was at 64 last time, we did call 68,000, actually bounced off 69. So that was a proper call there. But now, since then, it has lost support resistance and has lost the uptrend as well. So I am kind of looking at Bitcoin to maybe come test the 50, if not the 200 EMA. Would not like to see Bitcoin go into the 62s. If Bitcoin goes into the 62s, we are talking flat up reversal. Big time. And we also, have this big bearish divergence here that is playing out. So certainly looking to the downside for Bitcoin and for altcoins, at least for the immediate future. Some people wanted to ask me, hey, do you use heat maps? And I do look at heat maps, and this is right here is one from CoinGlass. So basically, if you look at the colors right here on the left, kind of, money, you know what I mean? Where 0 is the dark purple and 1.3 billion is the hard yellow. So a lot of money in the heat map ends up being in the green. So generally oops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to zoom in on the screen, not in the heat map. So we're looking at the, from the since June to today, and if you really just pay attention to I keep doing that. If you just look at today, you'll see that there's a little bit of faint green up here at 69, and there's not a lot of volume up there, but you will notice that it really starts to wake up down here at 63,000, 63, and even 62,000. So that's kinda what I was saying when you go back to the charts here, and look at so remember 63 is really hot and 62 is really hot. And when you look at support resistance on Bitcoin, I would really like this to be held, like I said, at 63,200, 63,200. That is the alarm you wanna set for Bitcoin. You really need to hold that level, and the heat map does point that direction. So, I feel like there's certainly some scalp short ideas for Bitcoin and for the rest of the altcoins collectively. Um, I also do wanna say, if you wanna join the Telegram group, ajalphagroup@gmail.com, send me an email, get yourself signed up. Right now, we are I do turn 33 on the 27th, and we are doing a birthday discount, um, 27% off the normal prices with the discount. The prices are on the screen in front of you. This is an absolute bargain for how much work I put into this group compared to other alpha groups. Bang for buck, this is the absolute winner. And the thing is that, guys, um, I've been in every other alpha group there is. You realize I've been an absolute heart and soul degen for years now. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I've been in really good alpha groups that are no longer exist, unfortunately. I've been in groups that are good sometimes, that have good calls but are inconsistent, and then I've been in groups that are overhyped and just garbage. At least with my group, I know that what I'm putting in there is exactly my thoughts. I'm not, like, shilling things that people are paying me to shill. I'm not, doing anything nefarious. I'm showing you my personal charts, my personal setups that I use to trade every single day. And it doesn't really get more fair than that. And a lot of people that have joined the group that were in the group and then have kind of really at first they kind of resisted my strategy, and then once they kind of threw their hands in the air and said, "Okay, let's do it your way," they have really started to make progress. And I've gone back and forth with a handful of members of the group, uh, just in this past week, and it has really I feel like a lot of traders out there are missing just little ingredients, just a couple little details that they're missing, and that's what I'm gonna try to help you find, and turn you into a winning trader. So it is possible. There is work on your side you have to do. I can't do it all for you. You're the one clicking the buttons, but I can, you can't what do they say? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. That is my vibe with my Telegram group. So I'm definitely gonna lead you to the water, and we do have a birthday discount that expires on Saturday. So this is a one-time thing. It expires on Saturday. So make sure you send me an email. Like I said, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. So I'm going to do some charts here, and also let me check the chat out here for a minute. Big shout out to Mercy John joining the Grogger gang. Amazing, amazing. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Says, "I like your work, brother." I appreciate you. Crypto Buffalo says, "The group is fire." Nice, kind words. I appreciate you, Crypto Buffalo. IMJ, AJ Rich Crypto. Algo will be worth more later than it is today, but what do you think the odds are of it even being a $1 coin again? I will say Algorand will I can't ever say 100% because I know people who say 100%, and you should never say 100%, but I will say 97-degree certainty Algorand will be a dollar again. And we can really even look at, the anatomy of that. What would it require for Algorand to hit a dollar? Because when you think about it, I mean, Algorand isn't the largest coin in terms of market cap. It doesn't take that much for Algorand to move. Algorand right now is just above Quant, 77 by market cap. Let's pull this over here. 14 cents. We're looking at a $1.1 billion, almost $1.2 billion. Really good tokenomic situation, 80% of the way there, and the rest is up to the discretion of AF. And the thing is that I think they're going to move through those coins a lot slower than people think, because once they move through those coins, that's the last of the leverage they have to help support the ecosystem. So at the end of the day, they want to keep that leverage, right? So the last 18%, 17.8% that's going to come into the supply, I think it's going to happen slowly over time. So if we wanted to take a quick look at the coin perspective, of my favorite place to do moon math, Algorand, let's just type price target for Algo $1. So for Algorand to hit $1, it would need an $8.2 billion market cap, which would be just about a 600% pump from where it is right now. And guys, I can't say 100%, 97% degree of certainty, I believe that will happen. Previous all-time high, or 2021 all-time high, was 282. That would be about a 19x from now. I do think that is possible for Algorand, given that the market strategy goes well. And you have to understand right now, the approach of Algorand right now is that they are targeting developers. They just went to a developer conference in Berlin, bunch of people that know how to do code, type code, and those types of people. The only crypto project there, the only one there. Why is that? Because they're targeting developers that are going to build the future of Algorand. Right now, there's only 30, 40,000 developers in Web3. There are 8 million Python developers, and Algorand is targeting the developers. All right. And the marketing strategy with the commercials is really great. Mark has made a really good first impression. I'm very excited to interview him at Rare Evo in Las Vegas. It's going to be such a great time. So excited. But past that, I think that the patient will prevail with Algorand, because you can't build an ecosystem overnight. You can't tap into a demographic of 8 million people and get them to build on your system overnight. But I feel that they'll be incentivized to do it, and it will happen over time. For this coming bull run, like I said, I can't say 100%, but I do feel that 97% degree of certainty Algorand will exceed $1 for sure. I'm very confident that Algorand will exceed $1. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I believe in this project. I am a partner with Algorand, full disclosure. We just made that announcement last week, and I've been a member of the Algo fam for a long time. And guys, the reason I am is that I appreciate the technology of what they're doing. Like, they instant finality. They've been zero downtime. Zero downtime. Their tech is sick. It's just a matter of getting it into people's hands and them going, "Oh, this is way better than Ethereum. This is way cheaper than Ethereum. This doesn't scare me like Solana with the downtime. This doesn't, it could work to scale." And it's really, if you understand crypto and you understand the tech involved, at least to a level, it's hard to not be impressed with what Algorand can do. And what I mean by that is that if you kind of dig down the crypto rabbit hole, right? You're digging down the rabbit hole. There's a level, there's a line you hit when you dig down that rabbit hole. And that line is, do you know how to code? Oh, you don't know how to code? Well, you can go further down the rabbit hole. And I don't know how to code. I feel like a lot of people that trade crypto don't know how to code. But I also don't need to know how my iPhone works to use it. I don't need to know how an email works to send you an email. If you drop your best friend in the forest with no in a remote location with no resources, how long would it take him to send you a text message? It's not going to happen. But you can still understand it to a point that they're doing a lot of things that other people just simply cannot do. And I'm gonna end the rant there because I don't know how to code. Okay. Mercy John sent me 11,000 NGN. If anybody in the chat wants to tell me what NGN is, it'd be great. I found an AI project called Chirply. Can you check and give me your impression? I appreciate. So it kind of depends, because what has happened, Mercy, before, is that people send me super chats. At least they sent me dollars. I'm kidding. About a project, and I check the project on the show, and it's outside the top 1,000, and then the person that owns the project clips me talking about it and says, "Oh, look, AJ Writes Crypto is talking about our project," and that's just like not it. So I do make a judgment call on projects I check, and I'm behind this screen right now. I am looking at CoinMarketCap, if I can even find it. But if I don't like what I see, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want them to use me for a shill, which happens a lot. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Sorry, we're outside the top 1,700 here. That's not going down. Um, Overnight Express, never mind algo price. Do you think we'll push into the top 20s? Well, you're literally saying that that is talking about price. Is exactly what you're doing there, and I think it's possible. Like I said, if Algorand's price market cap catches up to its tech, oh yeah, oh yeah, very possible. And like I said, like $8.2 billion in crypto, guys, is really not that much money. It's really not that much money because when you look at Ethereum, all right, I forget. I've done this before where I added up. You have a Ethereum's market cap here of 412 billion. Okay, and then excuse me, removing stable coins from the scenario, add up every project underneath Ethereum. And I think before I got to like 53. So if you add up the 53 projects that are not stable coins underneath Ethereum, they are worth what Ethereum is worth. And Ethereum is worth $412 billion. Bitcoin is worth $1.3 trillion. That is absolutely ridiculous. So when you think that for Algorand to get to 8 billion, which would put it in the current top 20, uh, full bull run time, I believe it's completely possible. Also, when you consider the injection of money that has come into crypto from January 2021 to March 2021, guys, I think Cardano went from like 1 billion to 6. I think Algorand went from like a half billion to 3 or 4. Like once we see the bull run again, like the real bull run, things are gonna happen. But right now we've been beat down. This is the problem. We've been beat down for the past so long. You know, if you were in crypto 2020, 2021, and you're still here, you are a motherfucking warrior. You are a warrior. Pat yourself on the back. You're a warrior. Okay. And the thing is it will come again. But you have to have faith that it will. What a lot of people do is that they have like this recency bias and they and like never second guess what crypto is capable of. Never second guess what crypto is capable of. I'll leave that right there. All right, checking the chat here for a minute. Um, um, IMJ says, in that case, I'm a warrior and I'm also the Walking Dead. So very funny. Very funny. Okay, so I do want to kind of stick to my guns here and talk about, my updated Ethereum price prediction now that the spot ETF is live. Okay. So in the past, I believe I said somewhere between 13.3 to 19,000. I think that's what I said from my Hit Network days. I feel like that was an extremely bullish price prediction, but I also did kind of want to narrow it down because sometimes and giving a range is fine, but sometimes I felt like I give ranges that were a bit too big. I did say 13.3 to 19.1, and at the time I wasn't doing personal targets either. And personal targets don't have to be even in the range; they can be much lower than the range because I'm probably going to sell before a lot of because my goals are a lot lower. Where some people need a 20x, I only need like a 5 or 6. I'm good. So it's one of those deals where the beauty's in the eye of the beholder kind of thing. So I do want to just take a quick look at Ethereum. Okay, let me pull this down here. All right, so like I said, $412.5 billion in its cap. Circulating supply, 120 million. And as we pointed out earlier on ultrasound.money, it has gone down. I actually tab out, but it has gone down. Okay. So let's throw the book at an Ethereum chart here. Okay. Let's get rid of actually let me just pull up a clean Ethereum chart. Okay, just a random one. Let's get rid of the EMAs, get rid of the volume profile. Here is the market. Go to the daily. So what we're gonna do, the and my previous price prediction for Ethereum was actually based off of dominance, not off of Gone theory. I have moved into Gone theory a little bit more over time to just get an idea of things. So we're gonna go from the low of 22, 45-degree angle, 45. We're gonna get my tried and true Gone fan. Bam. We're gonna bloop. All right. Put the 1-1 line up with that 45-degree angle perfectly. Okay. So here is where we are right now. And as you can see, guys, Gone theory has worked very well with Ethereum since the bottom. You had this bounce right here, had this rejection right here, had this bounce right here, had the fight there, we bounced perfectly off the 3-1 there. I mean, this is respecting the Gone fan pretty close. And that's kind of what you're looking for to see, okay, does this make sense? All right. And it has completely made sense. I also, for the sake of argument, I do want to pull a Gone fan from last bull run. So I'll go from this little low right here, Gone fan, pop. All right. And as you can see, last bull run and the 1-1 is always the most important level. Okay. The big blue one right there in the middle. So the 45-degree angle. And, it didn't get all the way up into the 1-2, but it did during the big parts of the pump was between the 1-1 and the 1-2. And that's kind of what I wanted to see of what happened last time. What happened last time? All right. So now we're really looking at, we're coming back over here and we're going to say, we're going to come out here and we're going to say, based off the Bitcoin halving cycle, which has not been wrong yet. Everyone says it's already wrong when it hasn't even been proved that it's wrong yet. No one's been to the future, despite what they tell you. And so we're looking, I'm still thinking Q4 25 for the bull run because that's the Bitcoin halving cycle, which has not been disproven. And until it is disproven, we'll get to that when we get there. But we've had this pattern because Bitcoin is programmed to pump. This isn't news. All right, so right here is September of 25. Right here. I'll even go because this is where it is now. And here's the jump to the 1-1. Right? This is only the 1-1. And then because last bull run, it actually did go pretty far into this. It didn't go all the way to the top, but it did go in here. All right, it was actually like kind of in the middle. Okay. And then so that would be in September of 25 based off Gone theory. And then we're going to kind of move over and make another one for, December, January-ish of 25. Middle ground, the top of the 2-1, the 1-1, which is the big level, and then the small level. So for the small level, okay, where the bottom of the level that it's been bouncing off of over here. Oh, you guys can't see that. 1 second. So this would be the 3-1, which it has bounced off of here and it has fought this level several times in its recent projection. This is relevant. Very much so relevant. All right, we're talking range of 3,400 to 4,200. Right? I don't think that's the case, everybody. I don't think that's the case. But you gotta keep it in mind. At least be aware of it. All right, so this level would be the 2-1 right here. We're talking a range of 5,500 to 5,900. The 1-1 itself, which is really what I'm zooming into, 9,700 to 10.6 thousand, so almost 11,000. Where it went to last time, not all the way to the top of the 2-1, but halfway through it, we're looking at 15,000 to 15 to 16.6, and then top of the projection would be 18.3 to $20,000. And I think that is where I kind of got, the 19,000. I think had something to do with Gone theory, and it had a lot to do with dominance. The previous way I used to do price prediction. So, really, but the thing is that it's hard for me to make the price prediction smaller now that there's Ethereum spot ETF and that BlackRock is it heavily involved in this scenario. So I'm kind of at a crossroads at like, well, Gone theory tells me one thing, but like the logic tells me another. And is it possible that Ethereum gets up here in the 24s, 27,000? That is something we have to consider given the accessibility that it's going to have. But I think at the end of the day, I am going to tighten my range up. I'm going to go ahead and say before I said 13.3 to 19.1, I think I'm actually going to close in that range a little bit. So I'm gonna say that's actually not that's not a bad price prediction, really. 13.3 to 19.1 is really not bad because, you're kinda drawing your 'cause this is what you have to understand, guys. Ethereum recently and understand how large Ethereum's market cap is now. And before I even make, like, an exact number price prediction, let's consider, like, so price prediction for Ethereum, let's just say if we said $10,000, $10,000 would require a $1.2 trillion market cap for Ethereum, guys. 1.2 trillion. That is no joke. That is no joke. That's like Bitcoin now, you know? Ethereum getting to 10,000 is not going to be a walk in the park. That is a lot of money, all right? And if we say, 15,000, do that. Oh my god, it's not letting me type. Mhm. Okay, why is it doing this to me? Let me live. Just let me live. 15,000. 1.8 trillion, be 338% pump. 15,000 and then 19,000 would be 2.3 trillion. So you realize when you say, a 19,000 $20,000 Ethereum, you're asking for above a $2 trillion market cap just for Ethereum. Like, is there enough money in the world for Ethereum to get that big this cycle? I don't know. I really don't know. So, I think that now calling Ethereum to get to say 15,000 or even say 14,000, I'm a little bit more confident in saying Ethereum can get to 10. I am for sure, but I am a little bit worried about, is it possible for it to get, up in here? Because, like, basically for 10,000, we're asking the GON fan to basically top right here, top at the 1-1, which is the most important level. Last time it broke into this level. So I'm actually, I'm going to pull my price prediction back. I really am. I don't think we're gonna see a $2 trillion Ethereum this run. Maybe I'm being a bear. Maybe I'm being a bear, but I think I'm gonna draw the line in the sand and say 10,000. I'm gonna say 10,000 to 13,000. 10,000 to 13,000. I don't have a personal target because I don't own Ethereum except for gas fees. But 10,000 to 13,000, I pulled it back a little bit. I think that's a smart move because we also have to realize that the conditions change for each bull run because you think remember in 21, 100K Bitcoin, 100K Bitcoin, 100K Bitcoin. You know why that didn't happen? Because crypto got distracted with the metaverse. Sand, Mana, Blocktopia, those projects, Engine, ripped, ripped before we even had metaverse stuff, really. We really didn't. So now it's like one of those deals where, it's what is everyone gonna get distracted with this time? Because let's be honest, guys. There's like the venture capitalists, the whales, some of retail that aims for Bitcoin and aims at Ethereum, but everyone else is aiming at the projects that can 10x. Let's be honest, guys. Ethereum's not going to 5x. It's not going to 10x. Not going to happen this bull run. Could it happen in time? Yes, it's my Wi-Fi is really bad, and I'm just pushing through the show. I'm sorry. Uh, we have to realize that people are going to get distracted getting into projects that have more upside, period. That's going to happen, all right? So, I'm gonna say 10,000 to 13,000 for Ethereum, and I think it's possible. I just did a VeChain price prediction video not long ago at all. It's in the channel. Go check it out. It's a good video. But I am gonna call it a day today, everybody. It is unfortunate that my Wi-Fi absolutely sucks. I don't know what happened today, but, it's a bummer, but I still did my very best. Guys, if you wanna join the Telegram group, ajalphagroup@gmail.com, send me an email, do the checklist, we'll get you signed up. Also, we have a birthday discount, 27% off because my birthday is on July 27th. Crypto Wendy O, talked to her yesterday. Her birthday is on July 26th. We did not know that. We should have same birthday party one day. Shout out to Wendy. She is my crypto mom. I do love her very much. But 27% off. This ends on Saturday. Saturday, this is over. So if you're on the fence, you have a chance to get in at 27% off. There you go. So I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for sticking with me despite the fact my internet or sound or whatever went to shit today. I don't really understand how it happened because my sound is good every day, but today it just decided not to work. So I apologize. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel on your way out the door. Much love to you all. Get rich or get wrecked. Have a safe rest of your day. Peace.